CT side for both teams. We're going to see an op try and go for a pick towards top banana.
Yeah, I love those early fights. If that op gets that spawn towards banana and they're going for that, and that car molly hits, going to be some chip damage. But if that op lands and they start that CT side 5v4, a minute 40 on the clock, that's going to be pretty dangerous. I think we might be jumping into this game sooner than we expected. I'm looking at the match page here. It is Inferno, SportsBetExpert versus Brazen. It says match is being played. So if Prod's listening, maybe we can jump into this game sooner rather than later. A little bit of a delay. Okay, a little bit of delay on the Facebook page, so we gotta keep yapping here.
We could do predictions, what the score might be, and
who's gonna show win the jerseys.
Yes, the Cloud9, two generations of Cloud9.
Yeah, hell yeah! I think this was a double. This came, then that came, then this came back a little bit. They used this for the academy roster for about a season, I think, as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty nice.
And it is unfortunate, Cloud9 not being back in the scene for a minute, but I mean, hey, they've already come back once, and if I'm not mistaken, C9 Jack has said he would love to come back into Counter-Strike. So obviously, the door is always open for Cloud9, and I'm willing to bet more than anything, not just NA, but EU, Asia would welcome the organization of Cloud9 back into the CS scene with open arms.
I'd love to see them come back. I would
for sure.
Definitely love to see them come back. Another Boston Major, maybe. Tarek.
I mean, majors are back in the game. They get repeated, I mean, we already saw, what was it, 2 Cluj-Napoca? No. 2 Stockholms.
Another one.
Yeah, maybe see another Boston, maybe another Austin. Hey?
Yeah. I mean, the NA crowd was pretty huge. I would definitely be going to it next time. I didn't plan my life accordingly to get to that one, and I regret it almost every single day. I think about it every day I cast.
I ended up going with a group of friends, and when the tickets went live, I actually took off of work to ensure we got seats, and we ended up getting floor seats. And on that first day of the event where they opened up the arena to the public, I was one of the first people inside, and I actually got to go, and I mean, I had floor seats, but I was able to go right up to the trophy and take a photo with it. It was the most surreal thing ever.
Just go touch it really quick, like your finger. Touch it.
No, they had security guards like posted up on the because there was like a couple stairs to go up to the actual stage, but they had security guards and they would have easily beat anybody up in that arena, if we're being honest.
For sure.
But it was an experience like no other, and especially the first game, Mouse Spirit, it was peak. But yeah, are we?
I think we just got that from production. Might be going into the game.
We did get the go-ahead. All right.
Oh, we are underway. Let's start that play-by-play early.
Yeah, and I mean, we can really just do predictions here, I guess, just because, I mean, it's a knife round, you know what I mean? It's not as important as most things. So who do you think is going to win? What do you think the score is going to be?
I think SportsBetExperts is going to put up a little bit of a struggle, but I feel the experience on the Brazen squad is going to overwhelm. This new addition of Jester, giving them that extra firepower that they needed, playing on a map that they've all been playing for years, especially as a team for 4 or 5 seasons as a core. I think Brazen's going to take this 13-10, 13-9. What about you?
I like that. I like that close score. I think this is going to be a game where, in my opinion, right, we've seen Polo around in the scene for a while. You know what I mean? And Evan Call, I mean, yeah, he's been around fairly recently, I would say, in terms of the last 2 or 3 years. So in my eyes, I feel like this is like youth versus old in a sense. So I feel like the experience of Polo is going to kind of rub off on these Brazen guys, and I actually think it's going to be a 13-11 win for Brazen. I think it's going to go all 24 rounds.
All right, so we're sticking with Brazen here. Both of us here. SportsBetExpert's going to have their their skill tested, I guess. Their team grit put on the line here, and with Brazen starting on the T side, SportsBetExpert, it's going to have to show us that banana control that you so frequently spoke about. This huge set of utility, it might just be that for this Brazen squad.
Yeah, and just a flashbang on great from SportsBet. Looks like they're going to be playing a little bit more passive towards B, although they will be having 3 members of them there. Meanwhile, Sergeant Hash leads the charge up alt mid, trying to listen for any sort of information coming from apartments. But Legacy and Fugi are going to be playing back and very close together, looking for potential trade if one goes down. Smoke towards Arch occurs, and that's going to force those B guys to start pushing out Banana and peeking down, getting that information that there's nobody home. And Legacy finds the tap onto Sergeant Bax, and here goes these gunfights. And in a pickle is Fugi trying to find something, but Gluidio's going to get that bomb plant now, and all of a sudden it is just a retake for SportsBet. But they do have 5 alive, and that's going to be very crucial to get this retake underway. I mean, these Infernal retakes are known for their difficulty.
I think we got Brazen on the CT side. We just got a little technical difficulty here with the team names at the top.
And a headshot to start the retake from Polo, but all of a sudden these kills are going in the favor of Brazen. It's just Trojan 1-on-4, 1-on-3, 0-on-3. He goes down, Jester gets the defuse, and Brazen with the round win.
Yeah, that was a good setup by Brazen. Apologize to all those people listening. Brazen is starting on the CT side, SportsBetExpert on the T side, and they kind of just did a little bit of a mid apartments lane push, and Brazen was ready for that. They kept their presence in the apartments. They got that first opening kill, and without that double push through apps, SportsBetExpert was red. They were red pretty quick. Brazen rotated off that B site, played their time, waited for the util to stop flowing out from the SportsBet side, and they retook that site with confidence. Double swings, team plays, easy headshots to those USBs, putting 1 on the board for Brazen to start this game on the right foot, I guess.
Yeah, and I really love that the 2 guys in apps were able to just kind of call pause and say, hey, let's just wait for the rest of our teammates to get in these good positions, and then we can initiate that retake. I feel like that's something that's definitely been missing in NACS, where, you'll see situations like this all the time in game, and, these players try to just extend their arm out and make these plays when they're just not necessary. So the teamwork from Brazen that pistol round was phenomenal, and it was a very good retake from them. We do have a tactical pause, though.
We can talk about the money.
Brazen. We can.
What do you
talk
think about
the
this
money.
$50 per kill that has been added?
I like it a lot. I think it has definitely loosened the CT economy a lot more, and I think it's even kind of forced the idea of, in rounds where you're trying to save, maybe go force those CTs to kind of go for exit frags a lot more. And I really like that idea. I think it's very nice from Valve to not kind of completely change the whole way the economy works and just, okay, you got a kill, here's $50 for everybody, and so on and so forth. It's just a lot simpler way of reading that economy, understanding that economy, and then playing off that economy. You know what I mean?
It gives this second round buy a pretty big oomph. I mean,
yes,
you get that diffuse, you kill them all, 1 person survives, and a 3 MP9 buy in the second round against Galil's from the T side is dangerous. But with this an additional 250 and 4 surviving for the Brazen squad, or 3 surviving for the Brazen squad, it's giving them 4 rifles going into the second round. I think they're gonna have to take their attack time out here, because Polo still yet to respond, rejoin.
Yeah, and I want to just kind of point out as well, I mean, so far the buy on Brazen is 2 A1Ss and 2 FAMASs. That's something I feel like you would have never been able to see in with the old economy, if I'm being completely honest. You would have been forced to use SMGs in one way or another. And I imagine Polo is going to kind of try and buy an SMG here as well, just to kind of save some money. He's got 4,200 in the bank, though.
Yeah, these rounds can be pretty scary. I mean, you're getting that rifle where you want to have it in your hands, but you have this overwhelming amount of util, and if you don't read that SportsBetExpert has forced into this and they're going to be moving quicker, then you might get hit with a nade in your hands, and that's not going to be great, especially towards that banana control. You can see tons of utility here. I know only 1 Molotov on Sergeant Bax' back, but yeah, Brazen, they need to be careful here. Rotate that utility correctly, smoke off the choke points, stop any kind of early aggression.
Match is still paused, but if we take a moment to look at the buy from SportsBet, they did get the bomb plant down, so they can force up these Mac 10s, but they have a Tech 9 as well. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? You think they just rush up banana and rush B?
If pistol round is anything to say about how Brazen's going to be playing that B side, they're going to be putting 3 over there early and getting aggressive towards car. Now, if they read that those Mac 10s are going to be flying at them with all this utility and they play passive on the B side, I think they'll be fine. If they get aggressive towards car, they're going to get overwhelmed quick. The only thing that I can see here that might slow them down a little bit, the sports bet side, is that Sergeant Bax doesn't have head armor. And if that M4 or FAMAS rips his face off and he's the entry, that's just going to slow them down maybe one iota, but probably not enough. And I do want to talk about this economy a little bit more. My brain's telling me if you lose pistol round as the T, even with a bomb plant, do you think it's worth forcing into the second round? I know this is Inferno, tight corners, and speed is your friend on the T side, but with that bomb plant and the loss bonus at $2,400, like you could potentially get an op into the third round, leaving Brazen with, I mean, FAMAS's, maybe an MP9, depending on how their purchase goes. What's your thoughts on that second round save for the T's?
I think when it comes to, getting that bomb plant down but still losing the pistol, I think on a map like Inferno, I think it is actually, like you just said, with those tight corners, I think in a situation like this, buying these Mac 10s, buying these Tech 9s, I think it is a good idea, for the fact that if you do end up winning the round, you break the CT economy essentially. You can get that bomb down. That's even more money going into your pocket. Um, and especially, leading towards that B site, you've got Banana, which, I mean, sure, it's a long range angle, but you've got five T's running up with Mac 10s. That's completely out the window. You know what I mean? And then now, especially with apps as well, a Tech 9, Evan calls a Tech 9. To me, the Tech 9 is getting back to that point in like 2015 where it was just so overpowered. Um, where on buy rounds, if you bought a Tech 9, it was just as good as a rifle. And I feel like on Inferno with the current meta, I think it is just as good as a rifle, especially on T side, getting to wide swing and with peeker's advantage in apartments or banana and whatnot. I think this is a good idea, and I think the meta will continue to stay this way for a while. The only time I think the T side should not really buy into the next round is if, sure, you get the bomb down, but you don't kill any of the CT members. At that point, you should just save up the money, get those AKs, get maybe an op in there if you really wanted to, and go off that. You kind of want to build that economy as early as you possibly can. Whereas now, since they did kill, they killed Fugi and they killed Polo as well. Um, they had a couple bit more money coming into their pocket and the possibility of also just breaking Brazen's economy. Because I mean, if Brazen loses this round, right, like they don't really have much money left over for him. They're kind of screwed going into round three.
Yeah. Oh, welcome back. I was about to
Whoa.
talk about Brazen's economy. It looked like they were shuffling it around a little bit. I saw a P90 come into play there. That'd be
Mm.
pretty exciting. You get a kill with that Mac 10. You're getting $600. You get a bomb plant plus 2,400 loss bonus, and that's going to be a buy going into the third round. Pretty well, regardless. $3,600. You can get that Galil head armor fully util. But yeah, we just got to yap a little bit, talk about anything we can while we wait for Polo to
Well,
rejoin the server.
I have a subject I would love to talk about, and I feel
Let's
like this is going to be
go.
a hot commodity. Tyloo winning Fissure Playground out of nowhere.
Was it
Like
out of
Chinese CS
nowhere?
is back.
Was it out of nowhere? Dude, G.
Yes and no.
Oh, that guy's got the aura, bro.
He's got the aura, but Jam Young, what, a 1.6 for the entire event is insane.
The only thing that I can talk about with that, outside of the fact that the VRS ratings have changed from that, I believe the best team going into that tournament was Furia, rated at like 9 or 10 on the VRS ratings. So a great team in their own right. But if we were to look at core of at least 3, maybe even 4, how far down the VRS ratings do we go before we reach that tier 1.5 rating? Because I don't know if I would consider that a tier 1 tournament. You don't have the Falcons, you don't have Vitality, you don't have FaZe, you don't have Spirit, you don't have
Mm.
Mouse. You're missing these always consistent heavy hitters. And then you have this new IGL coming into the lineup for Astralis, which looks great, feels great. Didn't really work out for them. And Jam Young putting up that 1.6. We all knew at this point, at some point, the Asia region for Counter-Strike was going to get better. And with the Mongols, even the Huns, really pushing their way up that VRS ratings, it was only a matter of time before Tyloo stepped up, realizing that they're playing against these guys in scrims 3, 4, 5 nights a week. They have to be able to keep up. And I guess
Oh,
Jam
for
Young
sure.
proved it. 1.6 is a deadly score. That's crazy. I didn't know it was that high. I thought it was like a 1.4, 1.5, but
It was a
1.6.
1.4. I'm sorry, that was on me. I thought it
That's
was a
okay.
1.6. It might have been in the grand final. He dropped a 1.6, but even then, that's still insane. And okay, I'm wrong again. 1.45. But
That's
even
okay.
against a
That's what we're
team
here
like
for.
Astralis, you know, like, oh, they're back in. Oh, okay,
Oh,
awesome.
probably getting it. Jumping back in.
But yeah, Tyler's the GOAT. They're winning Budapest. They're winning the next major.
You think so? We're into it.
Oh, for sure. But we got this early alt mid fight, and it's gonna get absolutely punished by those Mac 10s. Sergeant Bax finds the head of Fugi. That's gonna force Legacy to back off and play back towards Pit. Throws an HE. Actually just gonna completely miss and go over the railing, not do any bit of damage whatsoever. And Grape now is gonna join his teammate. So will Polo. It's going to be 3 towards A. Jester's going to be pushing down Banana and finding that it is wide open for the taking. This A site hit is being executed. Double man towards site is underway. Sergeant Half trying to find the retake. For the opening frag, but Grape's going to actually punish him there. Grape's actually going to find another one as well. And these Mac 10s are singing loud and proud for SportsBet. It is just Jester on this retake. He does have an M1 4A1 though. No kit to his name. Molotov maybe to molly out Sergeant Bax potentially, but on the wing and a prayer to try and maybe bring this back for Brazen. Molotov doesn't really go the way he wants it to, but it does tag Glue Eater down to 23 points of health, but he's actually just going to go for the save here. Excuse me. And that's going to be SportsBet answering back with one and picking up these rifles too.
Hopefully they can find all those rifles. Doesn't look like they're looking for them. Low HP and they're running, but we just talked about this a little bit. Brazen going a little bit too brazen, looking for that information of what the buy is on the SportsBetExpert. And, well, catching 5 in alt mid with those Mac 10s running you down is just not a good look so far. And grabbing mid control the way they did and pop utility onto that A site, Brazen wasn't set up for it. That's something they're going to have to look forward to in the future, how to defend from that kind of purchase in the second round. Great win from SportsBetExpert. Cleared the site correctly. They didn't even hunt for that final kill. They just kept 3 alive, knowing that economy is going to be their friend going into round 3.
I want to point out something as well I've noticed a lot more recently in Counter-Strike. The Scout has been brought out a lot more, and not even just on Dust 2 like it usually has been. Like right here we're seeing Fugi with it on Inferno, maybe to do some damage with it, but it's just going to back off. And I do like the Scout being brought back as well. I mean, it was a gun that wasn't really bought up a lot, just for its lack of, you know, being an op, of course. But Jester,
the tag damage is huge. It's huge.
Oh, for sure. We've seen some pretty insane rounds in the pro level. You know, of I think Molodoy get it in back in the major. He got 3 tags with the Scout and was able to just win a full eco for his team with that. But Jester actually answers first. Finds the opening frag onto Evan Call. That's going to stall things out for SportsBet as they did lean heavily towards brackets, but Brazen are just giving them this control for free. Slowly but surely, these nades are going to clear out the corners. Grape is going to be in pit, posted up with this Deagle. And a beautiful headshot from him onto Glue Eater. Nade is going to do a lot of damage for him. Going to make a bit of a frag movie there, but Bax is going to find Grape, and this Scout is going to do some damage on the Trojan, but not able to finish him off. He is in the smoke, but Trojan finds him well. There goes the round for Brazen, most likely, and yep, that's just confirmed it. Bax finds Jester through the smoke, and it is just Polo, the man who disconnected after the pistol. We waited decent time for him. Let's see if he can make up for it. Oh, but he finds Hash. Is he going to get the knife? No, he's not. Ash is going to turn around. That brings it back to a 1-on-2, though. It looked like for a second he thought about trying to go for it, but he is just going to try and save this Mac 10 and go for exit frags.
Yeah, another clean round from SportsBetExpert, losing that first kill over to Banana. A little bit of util to keep the CT defenders there, and that's all she wrote. Polo get taken out by Sergeant Baxter at the end there. Yeah, SportsBetExpert, this taking advantage of that apartment's control with the Mac 10s, moving quickly, understanding the buy from Brazen is not going to be great. Jumping, swinging, holding W against those Desert Eagles, and they find their way onto A site rather cleanly, I'd say. 3 alive in that 1v3. Polo was good for 1, get himself $600, but the economy's now broken at Brazen, and they're going to have to figure this out quickly before SportsBetExpert runs away with this game.
Yeah, and I was hearing a little bit of the tick noises of chat going on, so I have to wonder what's going on and being said between these two teams. I hope it is just good banter, of course. But it is going to be the full pistol save outside of the 250 from Polo. They're just going to push down mid. Sergeant Hash looking to get 2. Gets that, and I think we just disconnected from the server at a interesting point of time. We're going to try and get back into there
We're
for
going
you
back
guys.
in right
Apologies.
now. I like to see that teamwork, though, on the pistol round. Beautifully done, at least pushing down mid as a group. That's a start to better things, hopefully, for this Brazen squad. We're back into
For
it.
sure. For sure. And here we go. I don't think we really missed much. I mean, SportsBet did just kind of win that round. They did have all rifles against pistols. But it is the full buy now for Brazen. Looking to really answer back and get something going here on this BT side. Won the pistol, lost the second round, and the next 2 afterwards. Here we go, this banana control being done. And a good nade from Glue Eater takes down 30 points of health for Jester. And this close range backhand from Evan Call is going to get... Ooh, I actually thought he got Jester there for a second. The flashbang was perfect from him. And
they going to reaggress into this?
That way. Polo is going to find the opening. That's a good flash. And another one from Polo as well. A third one from Polo. He's just cleaning up this top banana control. This is Jester, though, on this bomb site. He's very low health. Bax and Trojan could really just bring this round back if they wanted to. And he's going to have to go huge here for that. And the flashbang is going to let him travel for free towards New Box. But Trojan's going to take him down. 2 in the round for him. The bomb plant looking likely now. And Brazen is smoked off, but Legacy taken down to 8 points of health through that smoke. I mean, this is going to have to be a huge round from Bax and Trojan to bring this back, to bring the 5v3 to a winnable round. Smoke out towards top banana to deny any sort of presence, but both these SportsBet members are on site. And the MP9 is just going to find some entry. Trojan's going to find one on the grave, and Bax actually going to find Legacy. He's just Fugi to try and save the round, and Bax and Trojan are going to win the 2v5.
Oh, Polo's smacking his head off his monitor. He's going to be taking a pause after that one. There's no way. I thought Jester was done. This guy got mollied off. He couldn't get out of sandbags. Found a great timing to escape. Flash Polo in for 3 towards top banana. Was a little bit late with the trade or even attempt to come in and trade. And then the site overwhelmed by SportsBet. And a great 2v4 for them to put a 4th on the board. And Brazen's economy is struggling.
Yeah, and especially after that round, that's going to tilt you a little bit. I mean, Polo, like, getting the trifecta of entries, more than what you could ask for in a situation like that, and it's just not completed for him by his team. But there is an opening, though. Jester with the nade onto Glue Eater. It seems like it's just going to be a battle between these two in Banana. Utility-wise.
That's that utility battle you were talking about. They've just been trading damage at the start of every single round. Pretty much the same util from the CTs every round, and SportsBet are slowly figuring their way out around it.
Absolutely, and I have to say, Jester, if I'm him, I'm a little annoyed, you know? The past 2 rounds now, it's barely been a minute in, and he's just been down to like 20 points of health. It's gotta be annoying for him, surely. But Trojan is going to molly top balcony, clear that out for him, and these pistols are going to be able to play a lot more close range. Polo is kind of hiding in the smoke near Arch with the Deagle. And Trojan might find a timing through this smoke. Oh, but that nade is going to make Polo's presence very well known for Trojan. He was going to go through that smoke, but decides to back off. But the swing from Polo doesn't work out for him. That's a clean headshot from Trojan. He is certainly leading the way for this SportsBet side. In fact, he's going to creep up here with Evan Call and take lane control, and all of this ESEA, it just collapsed. And SportsBet find 5.
Yeah, and they keep going back to the same thing over and over and over again. Pressure up Banana. They feel like they win that car control. They fall back. They grab back brackets control. And Brazen is giving them a lot of ones. They're giving them a lot of ones from that Arch side. They're giving them a lot of ones from the pit, especially going up into apps there. They had the setup. They had 4 on site. They even had the rotative Jester over. Yes, it was just Eagles. Yes, it was just USPs, but 5 on 4, even a 5 on 3. They weren't able to hold their nerve. Too many jiggles, too many peaks. And SportsBet puts a 5th on the board early.
Yeah, and I like this from Legacy. Smoking bottom mid, trying to fake the control that they're pushing down mid. But he is posted up on the top alt. But Bax, an interesting angle to fight at. I've personally actually never seen that before. That's new to me. I like that a lot, though. And Evan Call's going to be gifted this top banana control, but Polo looks like he's going to be flashed in and trying to retake this banana control, and he might find a timing, but no, Sergeant Hash finds the head of him. Jester's going to be able to get the kill and back off immediately, but they're going to run him down on this bomb site. That HE is going to be thrown. It does a lot of damage towards Evan and Glue Eater. And back towards New Box, these counter nades are going to do damage. Jester is not going to go down without a fight, though. Finally, Glue Eater takes him down, and it's the 3-on-3 retake for Brazen.
Got tons of util for this.
Towards A. Yeah, lots of util indeed. And Legacy still has that op. Another smoke towards CT as well. Molly and 2 flashes remain on SportsBet. I mean, if this is the round they want to get things back in, I mean, this is it right here. And that util, he's still in their pockets. They're taking their sweet old time, though. They've got double kits on Fugi and Gray, but Fugi's going to be gifted Sergeant back to who was forced out of New Box. Retake now underway. Time is taking down, though. I don't know if they have the time. Trojan's going to fight 2 out of nowhere. All of a sudden, it is just Legacy versus Trojan. But this round is done. It's over. And Trojan, the man who has saved SportsBet, my goodness, doesn't get taken out by the bomb, but finds 6.
This guy's 12-2 right now. We're 7 rounds into this game, into the 8th. And Trojan is 12-2. There's nothing you can really do about that. That's just individual prowess, stepping up to the plate here. Shots are being hit. And SportsBet are looking clean. Their default is strong. Their understanding of this map and rotations is extremely strong, and their utility usage is pulling Brazen left and right. It's not going well for them so far.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot. And, I mean, we were hyping up Evan Call. I mean, he was the man that was leading the charge for SportsBet in Week 1 against Power Finesse, but now it's just Trojan and Sergeant Bax as well. I got to give him credit where credit is due. 9-3 for him. And this T-side economy has been built up, and it's going to take a lot of willpower to really shut this down. I mean, you've got the force buy coming out from Brazen, 2 M4s, and even a UMP. You don't really get to see that too often. And this apps control has been taken for free. And meanwhile, over on Banana, I mean, Brazen's going to get this full banana control. They're going to call it clear and actually maybe back off and have Jester rotate back over towards A. But that's just going to be done in vain as Graves going to get taken out, but Fugi finds a timing and takes down Bax. Get this apps control, finds the AK as well. It's going to put a lot of pressure on SportsBet, but Evan caught through the smoke, finds Legacy. Bomb is down. Ooh, Chester through the smoke finds Evan Call, but again, these kills from Trojan and Hash, they're just shutting this round down. It is just Polo. A man with many talents with a deagle. He's going to have the 1-on-3 clutch with it. And a decent way to start it is he finds 1, but Glue Eater shuts him down. That's going to be now 7 for SportsBet. It's just
they just ran their second round again. SportsBet just ran their almost identical to their conversion round, their second round of the game. 5 up alt mid into apps quick, 1 in apartments, and then instead of the 4 wrapping lane, 1 just pushed through that smoke on the long side, and Brazen was not ready for it at all. But the op coming back out for Brazen, Legacy's hands is going to be, tack pause. But I think that op is going to be round defining, we'll call it. I feel like they need to do something fun with this op. They need to make a play as a team and stop giving up these ones. It's Brazen, I feel like they have the individual aim and experience over top of these SportsBet expert players, but they're just not showing the teamwork right now. Chip damage at Banana every single round. Jester's pretty much playing this game on 55, 60 HP. Consistent rotates over to that A site, but they're just getting popped on. Heavy util from the SportsBet expert side, and getting overwhelmed on A site is never fun, but at some point you have to stop the bleed. You have to figure out a way to stop that bleed. Get a tourniquet on it somehow, pull tight, time it. I don't even know what they can do right now. SportsBet experts looking too strong with their default.
Yeah, I really want to see Legacy get a bit more active with that AWP, and I imagine here he's going to try and go for some sort of an apps pick, but he kind of had a better B spawn in my opinion, and he's going to go for the classic nifty pick. Post up here. All he has to do is get this, and the opening frag, and almost got his teammate as well. They walked into that. Back is going to be close by, and another frag for Legacy. Trojan looking to make it 3. He does hear that Fugi's ran away down Boiler, and Trojan might have the timing as well. Oh, but Legacy is going to be posted back up on this apps area. Oh, and he misses the shot, but that's going to give him Another chance to stay alive. They know where Trojan is now, and he's going to not even eat that nade. I'm kind of curious where that landed. I thought he was going to do at least 5 points of health for him. But meanwhile, over on the other side of the map, Glue Eater has slowly started taking top banana control, and Evan caught his good old pal is going to go ahead and join him. Jester is in CT, holding this close angle, jiggling. He does have the smoke to deny the pressure. It's actually going to be Polo using his smoke first. I like this a lot. That's going to waste 15 seconds of their time. Plus, they have to wait for Glue Eater, or Trojan, excuse me, to get back towards Banana and group up with them. They still have another smoke on this B bomb site, and they're playing close to it. This is a very good CT setup, and now is the perfect time to use that smoke. Put the pressure on a SportsBet and make them have to execute with no time remaining. But I think the read has been announced through them and through the smoke. Polo finds one, Jester finds another as well, and two for him. And finally, Brazen have an answer back against SportsBet.
Yeah, they changed up their banana utility. The mollies landed a little bit more shallow to stop any kind of early aggression from SportsBet. Changed up the way they were attacking. We saw that op go deep into apartments in game 2, and even once we started focusing on B site, Brazen started re-aggressing through apartments. Once they found that space was clear, the rotate was able to come over and bolster that B site hold that didn't really need it. But that a banana change plus the apps kills early was a great change up for Brazen. Let's see how SportsBetExpert adapts to this.
I was very curious for a second. I saw Trojan button off, and I was like, on T-side Inferno, that is a bold thing to do. I mean, yeah, you're up 7-2, but I mean, you still got 2 more rounds left in the half. You don't want to toss it that easily. I mean, it could easily become 5-7 here. And this utility damage from Brazen on Banana has just eaten 30 points of health from both Glue Eater and Evancaw. And an opening frag given to Sergeant Bax, who going a little bit aggressive there, has been punished for it twice now. We saw that in the second round and now again in round 10. But Legacy caught the 2 opening frags for Brazen last round. Is in apps, looking for a potential opening. Oh, it's Bax, and might be gifted to him, but the missed shot from him, the peek from Bax was perfect, but this banana pressure is even better. That's all 3 members of Brazen towards that B bomb site, and they're pushing down. It's just Legacy here, and they're going to be wrapping. Oh, wait, no, they're going to be wrapping towards B. They're playing right around the Rosie, and they're going to keep Bax in apps to fake this take. Oh, this is a clever play from SportsBet. My goodness, and they're going to get this bomb site for free. It is wide open. Oh, and if you're Brazen, you're going to be a little irritated by this, especially with Pax still lurking in apartments and being an absolute nuisance. He can really shut down this round instantly with just 1 frag. And there it is right there. Finds that off Legacy, but Polo with the swing. I don't think Pax was expecting someone that close. It is still a 3-on-3 retake, though. And there's an opening. There's great, but Jester again! This retake out of nowhere is going in the favor of Brazen, and he's just charging Hash with a 1-on-3. Is it all to do? Finds 1, finds 2, finds 3 as well! The Hash Sling Slasher does it, and that's going to be SportsBet with 8 rounds. Oh my goodness.
All I'm going to say, Fugi's solo death in apartments, almost unacceptable for Brazen at that point. They changed their utility back to standard default utility. We'll call it. I'm doing air quotations down Banana, and you even mentioned it. Almost 60 damage onto the SportsBetExpert guys. They started that round off poorly, and then Fugi just gives up that kill in apps, leaving the op of Legacy alone on the A site, and the wrap of B with that single death from Trojan down Banana was perfect. Spray, what can you do about that? Nothing. Should be 8-3, but it's not. Trojan ripping Legacy's face off to start this round.
Yeah, but this is really just been losing the opening flag. It feels like every round at this point. I think it's going to start going their way. It just doesn't work out. It's a 3-on-3 though, and well, as I say that, Polo's going to go down through the smoke. Glue Eater finds his head fully blind. And Jester has to make a play here. 29 points of health, but Evancaw through the smoke. Oh dear. They can't do anything right now. Everything just doesn't even come in their way. And there's Bax, that apps lurk again. Finds Fugi's head, and that's 9 now. And they're actually going to pick up an op as well. They are in the prime spot for this game.
Yeah, some awkward aggression coming out from Brazen there. I guess they decided to fight Banana and fight mid at the same time. It's just not, it doesn't seem like team play from Brazen right now. I feel like they came in underestimating this SportsBetExpert squad. Maybe due to Fragadelphia, they didn't get the practice they wanted to. I know Jester was there at Frag. I'm not sure about the rest of the crew, but SportsBetExpert coming in hungry. They want this.
wonder if Jester today was his travel day, because if so, and then you're playing a match, I mean, that might have some sort of impact for you, unless he is one of the locals there in Windsor. But
He's definitely
way,
not. He's from Alabama.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that is a fairly long flight then, and
Yeah.
well, Evan call shuts them both down. That's gonna be banana open for the taking, and then I was just great with this Desert Eagle. We've seen a couple highlight Desert Eagle clips from this spot, most notably Happy. And well, that's gonna be a miracle now for Brazen if they want to somehow find 3, and this just might be a 10-2 half, and I think that's just almost confirmed at that point. There's just Fugi alone in this bomb slate, and yep, that's it. That's gonna be 10-2 in the favor of SportsBet, and not the way I would have thought this half would go, if I'm being completely honest.
No. That 13-9, I guess, is still on the table. Let's be real. The 13-11 is still on the table, but it's not looking good. Brazen's utility down banana, although team-oriented and extremely chip damage heavy. SportsBetExpert kind of just worked their way around it. They played banana smart. They let the util run out, and then they just burned it. They just took the space back pretty quickly, but 10-2 half for SportsBet onto their CT side now, and they could close this out pretty quickly with a pistol round victory.
Yes, they could. Previous pistol round was won by Brazen. Then they lost that second round conversion. Let's see if Brazen are able to maybe forge a comeback here. And they are choosing the correct bomb site. It is just Evan call there, but he does have an HE grenade to potentially blow any sort of smoke that comes towards CT. And I like the boost just to take over the half wall. Be safe and certain. But Sergeant Hash has pushed all the way down, and oh no, is it gonna go in his favor? His presence is known, but Legacy's gonna find a timing as well. Takes backs down to 2 HP, and that's gonna force them to run for the hills and back towards the A bomb site. But this rotate has come out from SportsBet towards B. The nade is gonna be not good at all. I'm surprised by that. Glue Eater's gonna find Boogie though, and Jester finds the opening onto this bomb site. And Glue's gonna find Evan Call as well. He's gonna be taking this church control. And bomb should be going down any time now. And yep, there it is. Jester is going to take it down. They have a Molotov on Polo still that he's picked up from the CTs that he could potentially use towards CT once that smoke fades to keep them at bay for just a little bit longer. Bax and Blue Eater are very low health, and Hash took a little bit of chip damage as well from Molotov. And there we go. A great pistol round again for Brazen. That's the second pistol round they've won this map. And
let's hope they can convert it.
Yeah,
now,
for sure.
Question for the crowd, because this looks like a save for SportsBetExpert. So anybody listening, chime in chat. I'm sure I won't read it, but someone might. What do you think? On a map like Inferno, 4 members of the T's get up on a B site free and clear. A smoke on CT lands, and you're stuck out of that site in a 4v3. Do you want to go give them... Well, I guess the kills go the opposite direction. Like, do you want to give up the armor that you have to potentially get $50 a kill to retake? Like... Is that even worth it at that point? A 3v4, 2 of your members are chipped down to about 50 HP, and you got nothing going into that retake. I don't know if SportsBet needed to go for that. I know it's pistol round. I know I'm going to get flack for it because everyone says go for the pistol round, whatever. But like keeping body armor going into the second round, 350 head armor upgrade, that could make your MP9 sting a little bit more.
Yeah, and I gotta say as well. I mean, sure they got maybe 1 or 2 frags in that round. But force buying here, I'm not sure I agree with if I'm SportsBet. I mean, you lost the pistol round, great. That sucks, but now it's just time to move on, save, build that economy for the rest of the half. You're also up 10-3. In my opinion, the only 2 times you really should force buy here if you lose the CP pistol is if you're up by so much you're confident, they've already beat them in the second round conversion previously, or it's a desperate play and you're down by a lot. And right now, I think SportsBet are just confident enough that they can take down Brazen in this second round conversion, but I mean, they've got the bomb site for free, and that kill on Polo, he's just from these back ends. But a little dicey there. But there we go, Brazen finally converting the second round.
Yeah, that's huge for them. That's gonna be great. 3 surviving, 2 AKs and a Galil brought over into the second round, and I'll reiterate my sentiment from the pistol round. You're down numbers trying to retake on B site, and a fresh smoke lands in CT, and you forced into the second round. Is the retake necessary? You're up 10-4. We already spoke about if forcing into that round was necessary, and then you just gave up everything. gave up everything to the Brazen squad, trying to get $50 for an extra kill. I just don't think it's worth it.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, let's see what I can answer.
Look at Brazen's logo. Does that potentially remind you of any Tier 1 organization, per chance? Because
Yes.
it looks awfully familiar to a
Yes.
certain Russian organization.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't just me, noticing that. But SportsBet are just gonna actually all buy up 5-7s and look to make some sort of impact in this round. But a B stack has occurred, and it is just Trojan, the ringleader, I would say, at the moment for SportsBet. 18 frags to his name. But Evan Caw is close behind him in library. He is hearing all this movement, and the communications will be going at this point. Trojan not able to find anything, but though Evan Caw has found the timing through the smoke, and that's just easily punished by Legacy. This is going to be a clean round now for Brazen. And if all 5 of you can stay alive and have maybe Fugi go and hunt since he has that Mac 10 and get all of SportsBet, I mean, you are in a prime position for a
Tell
comeback.
me you're saving now, SportsBet. You got 3 5-7s, no armor, no utility. You're buying into the next round and you're not going for it. But in a 3v4 locked out of A site, you're going for it. In a 3v4 locked out of B site, I guess, twice in a row you go for it, but now you're not. I'm not sure what's happening in SportsBet. I could be wrong. Of course, I could be wrong. There is a chance. I'm like an umpire. I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong. You know what I'm saying? But to save right there, 5-7s to win in the next round. Brazen working their way back into this, though. 5 alive, like you were talking about. That's huge for the economy. They're going to be able to buy for the next 2 to 3 rounds. Even if they lose, getting SportsBet up to 12. But Brazen will still be able to buy. And the Mac 10 from Fugi. Not sure what this read is about.
I think they're just looking here for Fugi to maybe go up banana and just be an absolute nuisance and try and find these opening frags. I mean, he's got the full util belt. He's got that HE grenade as well. So I have to imagine he's... Oh, they're actually going to be doing that mid-bracket smoke. This might just actually be heavy A-lean, if anything. But Trojan is close by an arch with the AWP. Grapes found some space into bedroom. And an early smoke from Bax towards balcony. It's a very bold decision to smoke it that early. But I think they're well aware that this mid-hit is happening. And Trojan out in the open gets taken out by Fugi with that AWP. That's going to be a bit of a yikes. You're going to be slamming your desk at that point for that. But Bax is going to be an apps, and he's going to try and find a potential lurk, maybe. That lurk from Grape is actually going to be in lane, and that's going to be the bomb site open for a retake. And Chester actually finds Bax and apps. Okay. Brazen have... Okay, this we might have a game in our hands.
13-11 Dream.
13-11 Dream. A comeback in the making, question mark.
Something we are seeing from Brazen, though, especially towards this A site, is, we'll call it util prowess. They're making sure their util is hitting. They're making sure their util is clean. Then they're moving as a team through. Smoke's on lane side. Smoke's on arch side. They're waiting for it to plume before they move. They're even flashing into it. So this is a big step up for this Brazen squad from what we were seeing on their CT side, which seemed to be a lot of solo plays outside of the Bananas, Polo, and Jester. But this is a great recovery for them. 6 rounds on the board now, and SportsBetExpert kind of put into an awkward situation here. Do you force? Do you buy? You have the money to force up here and get tons of util, and see how they spend it. I feel like Sergeant Hash could have dropped an M4 for Sergeant Bax, but maybe they have a plan behind this.
Yeah, I have to imagine maybe Hash is saving up for an AWP in the next round. I think they have max loss bonus, but I don't know what's going on with Trojan. Okay, he's back, and Glue Eater just eating an HE grenade, going down to 13 HP already. And Chester, again, I saw this earlier in the first half. Glue Eater and Chester have just been going back and forth with these HE grenades. I don't think there was a single round where any one of them finished it with 100 points of health. This triple stack towards B is going to be here, but Polo, the mastermind, looking for the potential to take this top end out of control, but the retake flash gives SportsBet an idea that nobody has been in top banana yet. This retake utility has been thrown, and that's going to be free for Hash and Glue Eater. Who's actually, they're going to go counter boost over the half wall. That's going to be watched, though. And while Polo gets dinked, Jester finds the frag on a Hash. That's going to be very nice, and especially the fact Glue Eater is still alive. He's on 13 points of health. That makes things very dicey for SportsBet, and they're going to shift over towards this A-bomb site, and there is no op in play for the CTs. But Legacy, he does have one. Something we don't really see too often on the T-side. Inferno is this AWP, and that's with the MP9. It has been nerfed recently, but will it be enough? And Max is going to find Jester, and looks to find another one as well, but that's not going to go in his favor. Fugi and Polo are going to crunch this fight. It's just Trojan gets the dink, but Legacy finds the flick on a Trojan, and Glue Eater, 13 HP in a Dream. The Dream is dead. And Brazen will find 7, slowly but surely bringing this back to potentially an even scoreline.
That was a great change of pace from them as well. They set up the same utility for brackets there, but instead of trying to smoke all the way over to Moto, they just kind of sped up. They played that trade understanding that there was probably more numbers than expected over towards B site, and when they entered, those trades were good for the Brazen side. And putting a 7th on the board here is going to really put SportsBetExpert on the back foot. They're going to wonder what's going on and how to adjust it. Maybe Attack Paws come in to figure it out. Glue Eater might not even survive this round. They're hunting. They're hunting fast.
Terrorists win.
For sure, and just taking a look right now, I mean, Polo, he's been playing with very experienced players. I mean, I know nothing is on the roster as well, but I'm pretty sure he's just a sub.
Money's exploding for this Brazen side
on
too.
that
Again,
roster with
continuously winning rounds over and over and over again. Their money's going to be through the roof. SportsBetExpert, they're going to figure out a buy into this round. Call this a full buy, I guess. MP9 on Sergeant backs, full utility essentially across the board, and Trojan back on that off.
I think my Discord might have crashed, but I am back. Sorry about that, but yeah, when you're 10-7, you're correct.
I got you covered, bro. Here.
Appreciate you. But we do have the Op v Op duel here. We got Trojan on the AWP and Legacy as well, and Legacy, speaking of which, takes down Trojan. A very good opening, and Brazen have started to find these openings in the early round. That's going to make things a lot easier for him. Bax is going to find the AWP, though, and back off towards Apps, and I imagine Grape did hear him running away. That's going to slow things down a bit. Brazen's going to try and just find this control over the map and slowly but surely get it covered. I mean, Fugi and Grape have found this control in Apps. Bax is going to look for an opening frag, but walks into the crosshair of Legacy. And all of a sudden, hold on just a moment, Fugi's right there. There might be a timing. Glue Eater's going to look away, but Fugi's not going to commit to the fight. No! Fugi's going to be gifted the frag from Glue Eater. That's going to collapse the CT defense, but Evan Call's going to be pushed down mid. Are they going to realize this, though? You could have the timing of a life. Oh, and the bomb is going to be coming back towards him, and Evan Call's put in a very difficult situation. I think Legacy is aware of this. Spots the gun barrel. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Okay, Legacy, you scared me there just a moment, sir. In Hash now in a 1-on-5. Oh, dear. This is, if I'm SportsBet, yeah, I'm starting to sweat a little bit here. It was 10-2 at the half, and now it's 10-7. And if I'm not mistaken, they have not won a single CT round.
I don't think they have. It was 10-2 half. I think you're correct. And I think the nail in the coffin for this round here was actually Sergeant Hash. We'll get to that in a second here, see if he can survive.
And while he does try and survive, I wanted to bring it up. I said it earlier in the cast that Polo has been one of these players that I've been keeping my eye on. And he has played with experienced players. He played with major winner and MVP Skadoodle, former North American Prodigy Swag, and former North American IGL Steel. And even Grape as well was on that roster. So I'm more than willing to bet that some of that good old NA magic and experience has kind of rubbed off of them onto Polo. And that's why I kind of said as well, I think Polo has this experience. I think he's like I said, he's played with these veterans in the NA scene. And I think he's kind of bringing that to the rest of the team as well, into Fugi, Jester, and Legacy. And so far,
I'm worried about a 10-2.
Yeah, I mean, 10-2, hey, NA comebacks, they're a dream. We want a major doing it. So, I mean, hey.
Yeah. I mean, SportsBetExpert isn't phased, but maybe they could be one day.
Like, maybe. FaZe Academy, they're looking. They're looking, but it is going to be MP9 buy from SportsBet, 5-7 on Trojan. And they are going to slowly clear this back in the area, and probably the nade out is Grape. Flash finds him. Polo's going to get taken out of 55 HP as well, and Evan's going to be alone in this bomb site, and I think they're going to realize this was a full stack towards A. Smoke to deny the pressure. And Evan Call with the MP9, they're going to push through the smoke, and it's just up to you, Lister, to try and stop this, but has to get through the smoke, isn't able to find one, and Heaven Call goes down as well. Trojan tries to find a timing through the smoke with the 5-7. We're trying to hit to it. He's going to try and stop the bomb, but he's going to miss the head just by a pixel. And Fugi takes him down as well, and oh, there was the potential for this round to go in the favor of SportsBet. But no, I think this might be Brazen finding 9. Oh dear. Yeah, and Legacy, he started to really step up on that AWP as well. I have to give him the credit for that. A little bit of quiet on the CT side, and weirdly enough on T side, and then team kill. Legacy, I was just giving you credit. Don't kill your teammate. Come on now.
Yeah, it might be a Opper thing as well, because Trojan, that guy had 17 kills at the half, and he's only at 19 now, and that's a CT side op problem that we've now noticed for Brazen's op as well as SportsBetExpert. But at the same time, Trojan had the AK on his T side, where Legacy's actually keeping that op almost every single round posted up towards mid and even alt mid, taking scalps. It's almost a tie game now, and Brazen's closed this from this 10-2 to 10-9, and our 13-10, 13-11 prediction is looking pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
For sure, and I'll be honest, I mean, I feel like if anything, Inferno is more of a T-sided map, so I'm a little surprised at these T-sided dominance in both teams. And Polo tries to go for the swing, not able to connect onto anybody, but then triple nade takes him down, and Evan Call off that is going to get down Banana and try and get that information. Finds it wide open, and that's going to start the rotation for the two of them, and that's going to lead Evan back on A, or B, excuse me. Start exactly over towards this ace type, but backs of Sash. The two sergeants of the team are going to be able to shut down this lane presence, and it is just Legacy 1-on-4. And not really able to do much, and there we go. SportsBet, fine 11.
Polo died, and Brazen was in boiler. And by the time they got up to truck, Sergeant Hash had already rotated over from sandbags all the way to Moto to get a kill. That's how slow Brazen moved on that. When that information was handed over from Polo, they just couldn't get it going. Molotov missed pit, Molotov missed site, Flash was ineffective, Apps player got smoked out, tried to push through it. Solo style plays from Brazen, and it was capitalized upon by the SportsBetExpert.
We do see Legacy again buying the op. I mean, the rag to riches story of this Brazen roster on this D side has been quite phenomenal, but there we go. Hash finds the opening on the Polo, but does get punished by Jester, who finds 2 out of nowhere, but backs with the trade. And a 3-on-3 very early into this round. It's only a minute 30 left. Jester, I think will handily open this B-bomb site, potentially. Evan Call's gonna find it. Oh, but he finds the HP. That might take Jester, but no! He escapes with his life on 8 HP. Oh, you're gonna be very happy for that, but yeah, that could have been very costly. Meanwhile, Grape is going to be lurking towards Apps, maybe trying to take the fight towards Bax. But Bax, he's aware that there was one member of Brazen nearby. In the swing, I think he did see the shoulder of Grape, and I think Grape's going to be aware that Bax is going to be there in it as well. And 1 HP. Oh my goodness, 9 points of health combined between Grape and Jester. It's just Legacy on 100. He's really going to have to work some magic with that AWP. Bax is going to be forced into this van area. Trojan with the op is going to sing loud and proud from Library. Maybe stop this. Legacy's going to get taken out by Bax as well. And finally, SportsBet are going to have an answer back and get 2 rounds in a row and get map and, I guess, series point at this point.
Yeah, we'll call it series point. Best of 1, still a series. And Brazen struggling to grab this banana control. They were pretty good at it at the beginning of the half. Lots of util dumped towards it. They weren't really pressuring it. They were taking their time. But now I see Polo trying to get more aggressive than maybe he should be. And he's been shut down twice over there. There was great trades back from Jester. It was all for naught. SportsBetExpert up to 12. And Brazen, with all those round wins, they can still afford a full buy here. So SportsBetExpert still has their hands relatively full.
Oh, yes, they do. And that's, if you're Trojan, you're going to be happy to take that. The opening frag onto the Opper of Legacy. Removed from the game. Now he's just going to have to sit back and watch as the rest of his team tries to continue this comeback, and Grape finds the timing on a back, so had a nade in his hand, playing that pixel gap angle towards long halls. And well, Grape is going to, be a nuisance in long halls. Fugi's going to start to get activated with that AWP towards lane. I'm sure at this point he's heard Glue Eater get up onto the box, and Trojan's going to be here on this bomb site as well. I think if they pick out Trojan, I don't think they're going to be aware of the close angle, and that's going to be a free pass in. Glue Eater's going to find one, looking to find a second as well, and this A site has just been shut down. It is Grape in a 1-on-4, turned into a 1-on-2, taps out Trojan and Evancall. Hash on the rotate. Glue Eater still on this site. He hears every single step that Grape makes. The Molotov to force him to not make any sort of move. Does a bit of ticket damage as well in Molotov, and Glue Eater should be just relaying all this information towards Hash. 34 seconds left on the clock. Grape, it is do or die for you, my good sir. Final wallbang headshot through the box and finds out where Hash is. Looks for where Glue Eater might be. Finds the spot, but not able to take the round. That's going to be SportsBetExpert taking down Brazen 13-9 on Inferno. You were correct.
Heroics.
Your prediction was
heroics of
perfect.
Jester over towards Banana, 20 kills overall. I think his debut with Brazen, though they didn't win, I think that was still a pretty strong showing from him. His utility usage with Polo was definitely coordinated. They'd practiced that a few times. But their Banana control towards the later stage of that second half just didn't work out for them too well, and they were going down 5v4 and unable to react towards that A site as quick as they probably wanted to. And commiserations to them, but a great game played by SportsBetExpert. Took them some time to figure out how to adjust on the CT side, but as soon as that op started getting posted, and Legacy losing those early battles, it all came crumbling down, and SportsBetExpert finished the game. Strong showing from them, 2-0 now in ESEA Advanced.
Yeah, and Brazen unfortunately dropping down to 0-1. This was their first match of the season. I think they have everything rescheduled because they were in Frag Windsor, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, I have to commend them for the mentality that they had, going down 10-2 and then switching onto this T side of Inferno. That is not a very easy T side to play, if we're being honest. And the fact that you're able to make it as competitive as they were and build that momentum, get those 6 or 7 rounds in a row, that is very commendable to them. Obviously, I would have liked to see a little bit more out of the op from Legacy, especially on that CT side. Don't get me wrong, T side he did great, but again, that CT side was a bit lackluster, for being honest. And meanwhile, on the opposite side, Trojan leading the entire pack of the server. I mean, he was just on fire this game. And I believe was that Hash who got the 1-on-3 through the smoke, really bringing it back for them as well and keeping that momentum for their T side. But either way, I think both teams have a lot of potential, and I fully expect to see both of them in advanced playoffs this season.
Oh, for sure. Polo's going to take this VOD. He's going to give his guys half a day. He's going to bring them back and go, listen, here's how we can improve these things. Here's how we can correct them. This is my experience on this. He's going to take in all the information from the voices on his team, and they're going to strive for victory, and I think it's going to go well. SportsBetExpert side, default was extremely strong on their T side, and their CT side, once they figured out the play, was pretty good as well. So commiserations again to Brazen, and great game from SportsBetExpert. I don't think I have anything else. What about you, Zeph?
I've got nothing else to say other than thank you for Kane for producing this stream, as well as thank you to Gunk who was observing. You both were awesome. Thank you, Mr. HBAT, for allowing me to cast with you, good sir. It's always a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you very much. It was a phenomenal time. Outside of a little tech issue we had at the start with Polo, I think that was a great game, and I'm sure King will be back with more production on the Tsunami Prod TV page. And if you keep watching, you'll probably see our pretty faces another time too. So besides that, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Peace.
When the road boy up.